energy and why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that?
All right, Coach. First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cleveland Browns. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in Week 2. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Yellow, I'm the blue lady.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Here we go again. Here we go again.
Hey, 43.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
43. 43. 15. 15.
Charlie.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. That one complete to Hill. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in Week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
44th mark. Check.
Hey, 57.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
That That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Switch up. Jim.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 2-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now, after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check 26, check 26.
It's caught by Bryant. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions and not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Christian Kirksey. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Okay.
Now Mahomes. And he's going to go down again. Jannard Avery. He's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And he fires one, but incomplete. Here's Ryan Quigley now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
No.
Landry now on the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Hunt. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Mayfield now from the 50. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
No.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Hunt. Tyrann Mathieu there to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
You better be afraid of me.
Mayfield looks to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 19. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They come out here in the eye.
Watch the screen.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Kareem Hunt, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Running, it's Drake. Big hold of the 30. And he's going to cut it back right. And finally, down at the 36-yard line. And he will be taken down, but not before he gets this to the Browns' 36-yard line. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Back. Attack. Check nine. Switch. Slam. Yellow.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Check, crunch. Check three. Yellow. Double up. 15. Switch.
They give it to Williams, running right. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
Tighten up. Pull it together. 51, Mike 51. Here we go. Pick the edge. Come. Bang.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 20-yard line.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
Hey, watch it. Spawn. 15. No.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season.
Oh, boy, how do you
can't get away, and down he goes. Jannard Avery picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To try again after the sack. Mahomes, it's complete to Williams. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Check 31.
They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Kenyon Drake. His 2nd touchdown on the season as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Why does the computer keep putting him back in? God damn it, man.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw, Mayfield. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Kill. 15.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll take a shot for the end zone. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's got it to Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make them punt it. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Hey, shut up.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Check, 59, 59. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mayfield now. Bryant has it. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Mayfield.
Bro, he's standing right there.
And he's got this down to the 35.
Running away from the ball, man.
And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 35.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now Mayfield.
And
he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. It's caught by OBJ. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
180. Hey, alert, 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 alert. You ready, you ready, you ready. Check 37.
Complete to Bryant. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 2nd down, it's Hunt, and he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
They'll run with Chubb, and this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day on offense.
Mayfield to throw it. Now Mayfield lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game, and all of them started with ball security.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Sione Taki in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon.
Hey, 57, 57, color, 57, color. Drop the pass, drop the pass. Here we go, here we go. Hey, color. Mike, 44. Hey, 57. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Check 50, check 50.
Back near his goal line. Here's Mahomes.
Oh, I forgot I got a damn team line.
Let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Hey, switch gears. Shift. Yellow.
And they will not get the snap off here. This is going to back them up halfway.
Michael.
They're inching closer and closer
Come
to
here,
the
baby.
long goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment.
Yes,
It really gets you into more trouble.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Mahomes going to throw. And Mahomes is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. So the screen pass goes backwards. That play seemed to have a potential disaster written all over it from the start.
I mean, wasn't that a tough spot on the field to make that call? You're inviting defensive linemen and linebackers to get pressure. So if one of them sniffs this out, you're definitely in danger, and this time it costs them 2 points.
Good work, boy. Let's go. Let's go.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass first.
It's caught inside the 25. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet,
while making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch.
Good. 180. Check, 59. Watch the slant. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends are like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Eluded. Now Mayfield lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. He's at the 50. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to it. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From midfield, here's Mahomes. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Check safety, check safety. 44 is the mic, 44 is mic. Check, check. Squeeze, squeeze, double, double. Kill, kill, kill.
Now on first down, Drake again. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. So the solid run on first, and no real hurry to run that 2nd down play.
No, it's all on your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your head.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Now this throw caught left side. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Mayfield now, 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
That's a 45-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 42.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage. And that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
180. I got you. I got you. I got you.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield, he'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. On first down, Hunt, and he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
It's caught by Bryant. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
The Browns on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Not good. They didn't move the football an inch, and precious time ticking off the clock. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? He'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football.
What?
He is in for the score, so how about this? A horrible mistake leads to a defensive touchdown, and a 2-point conversion will tie it. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They're going to try and run for it. And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful. And we've got ourselves a tie football game.
Bro, this shit is so stupid.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. From the 29, Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Back to throw, Mahomes. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. And now he clocks it with 19 seconds remaining.
Yellow, Argo Blue Lady.
Hey, pick it up, defense. That's
Attack, attack.
Check 99. Check 99. Two, fellas, let's go.
Now Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Here we go.
And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. This from 55 yards out. And this one is no good. He missed it. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. The tackle by Terrence Mitchell. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
Under 10. Yellow. 10. He's checking.
Right back to Drake. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. First throw of overtime for Mahomes. And that is incomplete. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field.
And how about this? A fake. And this is caught. And high fives on around on that sideline. It's a first down as they wind up getting 11 on the fake punt. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to. Whatever the method there, it worked for him.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief that, hey, we're going to get it done.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Mahomes now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10.
Hey, 43, 15.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes.
Throw the ball, bro.
Down he goes. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams.
That's
He's
Lock
going to
Wilson.
be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Probably thinking they got to be careful not to force anything here in overtime. This is 3rd and a mile right now.
Watch the pass. 44's Mike. 44's Mike. Check. Hey, watch the slant.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to rifle up. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure of the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play calling to be a little more careful. Not in this case. The green light
Cheap to run and still on this shit, bro.
And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
So stupid, man.
That good for 22 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to him.
This is Hunt. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards there and a first down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Chubb running right. And he'll get this down only to the 18. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Now the timeout comes here. And the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. Now the timeout comes here. And the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And that changes everything here in OT. So into overtime and all the way to the end of overtime, they have a chance to win it. Couldn't convert on the field goal, and we end in the very rare tie.
Don't see it very often. We did discuss it as we began overtime that because it's a regular season game, we're going to play that last quarter. And if no one scores or if it finishes in a tie, that's it. But, boy, how bad do you feel for it? The opportunity to win it with a field goal at the end, and it doesn't go through the pipes.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, Find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.
Trey.
My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define